Hello. Sorry, y'all. I'm sorry because I should have just scheduled a different time. However, I'm excited because my third grader is almost completed with first semester of third grade, and there's a lot to be done in the few days left. We have one 24-hour period left, and today he banged through mathematics like he was, I don't know, slaying dragons on his Zelda game. So I'm sorry for the delay in the sense that I should have set a different time, but I'm very, very excited at what he accomplished. Let me see what it says. You missed nothing, unless I'm sure they were doing fun things, but I don't. You didn't miss anything from my angle. So actually, Breath of the Wild, yeah. Joe, like they would love that. Um, I don't know what to call him, Mr. Poppet. I'm not sure. Um, online. Oh yeah, Sam Fish is his online name. Never mind. Sam Fish and Night Skies play a lot of Breath of the Wild. Joe plays other games with them, but Breath of the Wild they are there a lot. So yeah, they would probably like be absolutely thrilled to exchange codes or whatever it takes to play together that game.
I don't think that's a collaborative online game.
I mean, I know it's not like in the sense that like they can't travel together. I know we have, when we've met merchants there and stuff to purchase things, like when he was quite little and he wanted to purchase certain things, we could meet them at certain points of the map and converse and share information. So I do know there is some way to
I see.
triangulate and get together and like talk to each other.
Right.
Um, I love when my bird impersonates how she thinks it is I sound, and it's terrible. She's over there going.
I think
um,
she just thinks humans sound like that.
yeah, no, I agree. But she hears me most, and so it's like, oh, this is such a flattering situation. Hold on, I need to mute apparently.
Would you like
Okay, so everyone's alrighty. That's good. And I had a chance to say, hey, would you like to play with Joe Smith sometime, or Joe King sometime? And they said, yes. Let me see. Hi, Pix. Okay, let me see what's going on. I'm not gonna go all the way back. Joe, your energy today is like bubbles. What's up with you, Joe King? Pixie like Zelda. That's as far back as I'm going here. 3 minutes ago. Genshin, I can play that with him. He does not play Genshin Impact, but I can ask if he's interested in that. He plays a lot of Roblox right now. He didn't for a while, and then he got really into it like 6 months ago. And before that, of course, it was Among Us and a varietal of Pokemon, and then all of the Zeldas have, he's been playing through the Zeldas. Emulators up the wazoo. Game Boys to the two granddaughters. That's fun. I'm thinking of Gwen. It's free. It's free to think of Gwen, or it's free to play some other game. Is Scarlet an abbreviation for one of the Pokemon? Okay, I don't know what's going on. They're telling me to put on witch rings. Okay, I'll do it. I'll do it. For this one? This one? This one? No. Come on. Where the hell did that one? Oh. Oh, I'm sure. Okay. Okay. Taking. So we need to go over here.
Of gold, golden gate.
Hold on, outside the door. Hold on. Let's see here. Thinking of Gwen. It's free. Jensen is free. Hello. Hi, Liz D. How are ya? It's one of the newest ones. Hi, Liz. Welcome. Hello, Liz. I'm thinking of Gwen. Been singing a lot too. Oh, I'd like to know what you were singing. Hello, 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 hello. Picking up a game to help me learn how to play guitar. Oh, that'd be fun. That'd be fun too. Stress out. Phone got shut off today and possibly getting divorced, struggling. How are you, Kat? Thank you, Pixie. Sorry to hear that. I'm good. Thanks. Sorry to hear that, Liz. I'll keep you in my prayers. Yes, for sure. Sorry to hear, Liz. Now, Miss Liz, you are our friend who cooks, right? You are the one who cooks so beautifully, utilizing a different name. Is that correct? You often in the past have gone by Elizabeth. I thought so. How's the cooking going? And hello, it's lovely to see you. How were your holidays? Very glad you're here. I hope I already said that, but if I didn't, I want to make sure, so I'm sorry if I'm repeating myself. Which love songs, Joseph? I'd really love to know. How are you feeling about that? I mean, I'm sure it's difficult. Don't please understand that. I'm not saying like, why aren't you having a party? But I'm saying the struggle was real, and a lot of the struggle had to do with you taking on some of his struggle. So, how are you feeling since you made some changes? I don't know why I thought it was going to be Tupelo, honey, Joseph King, but I just did. Maybe they're talking about Tupelo, honey, because it's one that you're supposed to be playing. Unless someone else has been listening to it a lot, because I'm hearing it as if someone's got a radio that they just turned on. Did you keep good documentation, lovely Elizabeth? They're telling me, the guides are telling me that you've left before, Miss Liz. Is that accurate before I say the next thing that I'm hearing?
I do that sometimes. I forgot. I thought you were watching. I don't know. Yeah, I do it sometimes because when I'm like switching games, I'm like, oh, I just didn't know what you were doing it week I filled out the stories. Remember I said I'll fill out the stories once a week, basically 100%. Oh, yeah.
Okay, all right. So I just wanted to make sure that that was accurate before I went on and said what else they were saying, because if I was hearing it wrong, I didn't want to like be upsetting if you were like, no, this is the first time, shut up. So they're saying that you have left before, and that first of all they applaud you every time you've left, but they're saying you know it's really 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 important this time to just not go back, because they're saying, you know, I see that you're talking about the papers. They're saying, you know, of course that means something to a certain degree, but all it really means, if you sign them and then go back, is you have even less protection than you did before in some ways. So once you say them, yeah, stay's gone, and then Joseph is right, and then you also probably should there are all these great organizations with bikers of America, like different biker groups, where you can notify these groups and say, hey, I live in this area, you know, and I have just left a domestic violence situation. And, you know, they sort of maintain like a have your back attitude, and a lot of them will come even and escort you. Like if you have a big court date and where you have to meet up with your person, they'll come hang out at your like place of residence for a while. Like, I mean, some of them sit in front of in really bad situations. I've got a friend that is in charge of a chapter here. He's an angel man, and they'll go and they'll park outside of the person's house the night before a big court date and just stay parked out there on their bikes, so that if because you know a lot of offenders try to break in and cause ruckus, usually most commonly like 24 hours before a major court date, because they're not the type of people that think ahead, generally speaking, anyway. So it's usually in that 24-hour range that things are the most dangerous, if you're dealing with court things specifically. I thought I mentioned it, Joseph, a little bit, because I was hoping you might know some of it, but I think I'm remembering where you live, Liz, and you know, you could also message me or whatever. But I know that we could look up on the internet and figure out a way to maybe figure out a way to have, because it does two things, right? You know, it keeps people safer than they are on their lonesome. It also keeps them accountable, you know, from buckling when there's a whole, you know, team like behind them saying, nope, you got this, we're here with you, you know, whether that's just mentally, on the phone, online, whatever. Yeah, it's so nice. It's wonderful what they do. I know, Liz, one time I know, like, you told me like sort of where you were from, and then you turns out you weren't staying where you're from necessarily, right? So I have two places where I think you might live, and I'm not sure which one is right, but then, you know, we could link you resources. You know, and even if you are blessed with a place to stay, women's shelters have, you know, resources for people who are out of the shelter, where you can go and receive, you know, counseling services and ideas of, you know, people that'll back you up, is what I'm saying. And having backup never hurt anybody. We love you too, Joseph. We'll see you here in a little bit. So if I text the number I had for you, it's closed, right, Liz? I'm looking to see if I have an email for you. Okay, I remembered right. I remembered it. I did it. Compose here. Not finding an email for you. But I think I'm subscribed to your YouTube, so hold on a second. I can try it that way without you having to put stuff. It wouldn't be wise for you to put stuff out here. We're streaming just in case. You know, if there's people that have their peepers on. So they definitely have BACA in New York. They have, which is Bikers Against Child Abuse. Hold on, here's the one of New York. Okay, I'm trying to post at least this first one in the chat. I think it'll be okay. I'm gonna separate it with dashes and things just because sometimes it doesn't let you put in. Doesn't let you put links necessarily. So I'm just putting gaps, hoping that it will allow you to see it. Yeah, okay. It looks like it came through, I think. So if you just eliminate those dashes, that'll help you. Now, I understand that, you're not making accusations about the children per se, but you have children in the mix. So I know that they do things for women as well in domestic and men, right? Just whomever are afraid, I guess is what I'm trying to say. Do you have any photographs or police reports or emails you wrote to a friend, anything that documents like times and dates? Sorry, my beautiful child is singing karaoke. So I had just all of a sudden heard, all that glitters is gold, only shooting stars break the mold from the living room. It's awesome. And actually, I didn't even ask this question. Are you in a safe location now? Are you with other people and in a safe location? The science paperwork, when he took his plea deal and he almost killed you. Okay, well, so that's a lot. And is there anything since then? And you have that stuff in your possession? Do you have, you obviously have the internet, so do you have the ability to make a call? Okay, hold on here. Okay, again, there's gaps here so that I could post the link. But these are things you need to take down, because if you go to that website I just sent, they have 24-hour chat room. They have a 24-hour private chat, like one-on-one chat. They have 24-hour call and helpline. So you can even like copy and paste that and just erase the spaces. Then it's really smart if you're in a situation like that. I'm sure you already know. Hold on, let's see what you said. Right. Well, and that's so great about the attorneys. But this is about these places are about your physical safety, your mental healing, your emotional protection, that kind of stuff. And they can also hook you up, like if you need specific services. It's also wise, no matter how you choose to get online to see them, right? As soon as you do get off of the phone with them or off online with them, you delete that link. You delete that link immediately from whatever device you use, so that first of all, it keeps you safer, because if somebody's nosing around, they can't know, um, where you've been chatting with people or where you might get help. And then also it protects any other survivor who needs help from that organization. They even help you get a file for an order of protection, that link I just sent you. And then you can also get a PO box and have join the address confidentiality program, where you have a new address where they will send you all of your important legal documents regarding divorce and orders of protection and child custody rights and stuff like that. And so they can supply you with a PO box that is not listed anywhere, that only you know about. And it looks like they even have stuff for financial assistance. So that second link has a lot of options for you. And being 24 hours, like, you know what I mean? Just, they're smart. It means they're smart to know. Don't wait till normal business is open at 8 a.m. Get your stuff done in the silence of night. How is I'll talk to you all about that a little bit later, Pix. But like, question is, how are you? That's the first question. The second question is, how does Krista feel a few days later? And how is Brandon? And then, of course, I know you need to go. Or if you really need to go, you can just text me tomorrow, right? But I also want to know about if if that woman came back to collect her family, because Saturday has been here and gone. Oh, BKB. Oh, I'm sorry. Hold on one second. Sorry, it's a kid thing, but I'll be right back. I'm catching up on my reading here. Mom got back last night. Welcome back, Liz. Went door dashing. Door dashing. Also found out some info about a CX key. So yeah. Mm-hmm. This is utter. Yeah, it's time to make a CPS case so they can catch her in Louisiana. Claudia, girl, are you still here too? You still here? Yeah, I believe that she did that. So she was going to go through serious withdrawals. That's why it was even more important than just, average stuff. Anyway, I don't know if Claudia's still here or not, but at Christmas time, she sent this. I think she sent a lot of people cards. But she sent this lovely card. She hand did it. She hand colored it in. The back as well. Isn't that cute? She wrote a sweet note, and her handwriting is like, I'm going to fold this just so you can see her signature. Because her handwriting is insanely beautiful. Oops, sorry for the shaking. Now, I never did open what Pixie sent me. I just didn't have any time. I wasn't interested in any of the shit she sends, or hand makes on her own. This is not one of those things that she handmade. This is just a random thing I just, manifested with my brain. It is not beautiful. And look at that center stone. It is not magical either. Right? And then, she did not send me a bunch of really cute jewelry either. She just didn't do it. She's like that, Pixie doesn't think of anybody. And she's not creative at all. So she did not send me these insane earrings. Look at that. Look at those. Here's its friend. So this is the sun. And this is its partner earring. The moon. Someday maybe Pixie will get creative, but until then. Oh, come on, son. Face out so that we can show both of you together. Moon. You're there together. Yeah, these are beautiful. Beautiful. Hold on, I need to put them back in their baggie. Hold on. There's more things that she didn't send. Look at these. They're studs. See if I can get one in or not. Come on. So isn't that pretty? There's this. Come out of your little eye. Which I actually think this is my favorite actually. They're little green and blue birdies, like my birdie. And they're earrings. Come on, ear hole, where are you? I cannot do this without a mirror, apparently. Hi, Beaks, are you looking? Are you looking at the earrings that look like you? Okay, apparently I'm too uncoordinated. But yeah, two little, sounds like a Corinne Bailey Ray song, right? Two little birds sat out my window, and they told me I don't need to worry. Aren't they cute? Do you have access to a cig and a soda, Miss Elizabeth? Check this out. There's owlies. Yeah, well, I mean, I think the universe did, because you sent me something that looks just like my birdie. And then owls, which I love and collect. I collect owly things. And so these are owl earrings, which are amazing. And so I was wondering, like, if these were either thrifted or found at, at like some sort of crafty type booth. Because if they were, even if it's online and it was a crafty type booth, it reminds me so much of your mama, because she was the thrift store champion. And so I just thought, oh, that's so cute. It's so cute. It's so cute that Maggie probably went shopping with you. This is like little quartz crystals. Isn't that cute? Come on, stop wiggling. Quartz earrings. There we go. Two little friends. Are those cute? So clearly she shopped with you. And there's no way I'm going to be able to show it, but one of these little crystals, these little quartzy things, it has a little bit of either, if it's faux, it's got like something that simulates something that looks like moonstone. And if it's not, then it's got a little bit of moonstone in it. And either way, it's pretty. And then this thing, which is awesome. Oh, come out of your bag. Come on. Check this out. Look at that. Is that not just the coolest? You were antiquing? See, so she totally was with you. So thank you very much, Pixie. And thank you very much, Maggie, for the Christmas gifts. Do you have any neighbors, Liz? No. Hold on, I want to figure out if I can double it up or not. Maybe not quite. Let's see. Antiquing. Burp. So I can't show it off too much on the internet, but I will wear it a lot. I think it's pretty. Actually, it probably will wind up hanging over here on this wall. I have religious iconography hanging, at least something similar to religious iconography for a lot of different things. Like I have a pentacle or pentagram, however you want to call it, for Wicca type practices, and a tricerta, which is the Holy Trinity, not from Celtic beliefs, and then also there's some people that adapt that for Christianity. I have a cross. I have two of the. I'm going to of course lose my mind and forget their names at the moment, but from a Hindu story, two of the primary god and goddess there, going across a beautiful river. So it's a portrait. So this will probably actually wind up hanging on the religious iconography wall. Thank you. Thank you, Pixie. Thank you, Maggie. And for things that, Pixie makes, and honestly, too, if you ever have requests, because she can really, if you give her an idea, she can take it and run with it so quickly. So if you ever have something that you wish you could make or find somewhere to purchase for someone you love or care about, she's your girl, man, because you could go to her and say, hey, I really wish there was something that existed like this. And she'd say, well, I can make that. Oh, I'm going to move these over here for a second. I don't want them to fall down. And a lot of that stuff is going to go out the next full moon to get charged and happy. Downstairs tent is supposed to move in tomorrow. So it's not like there's anybody that like hangs out outside or whatever, like smoking, that you've ever bummed a cigarette to that would bum you one. You would be great at making a book nook. Are you kidding me? I assume you mean the kind inside, or are you talking about like one of those like mini libraries people put in their neighborhood? Just regular in the front, but that has a single that goes down the middle back. That's pretty. Oh, hold on one second. Oh, I'm going to the shoe of the day because I'm going to take off the shoe of the day. Because I love my shoe collection, and I don't get to wear them often because of my joints, and because I also am like a weird societal recluse. I am going to show them off and wear them. Sometimes I wear them when I'm chatting online for a while, and then I always sort of dress up to not be seen, just to make myself happy. But I love these guys. And they go well with the orange and this majigga here. But the bird needs food. Okay, hold on. I'll look at the picture of the book nook in just 1 second. Book nook. Hello, lady. You need some fruity pebbles, don't you? I'll get you some fruity pebbles, little birdie. Mamacita. Thanks for telling me with rage in your heart that you needed a scoop. Well, let's get you some millet. And some millet. Have a little crunch and munch. Well, look at this one. This one looks yummy. Girl, look at that. Look at that. Yummy, yum. There you go. Millet balls. Cookies. You should eat a little something, and then maybe I'll let you out on your playground so you have. Time to look at the book.
Press X. Oh, yeah, there.
I see. That's cool. It's like there's it's really cool, guys. It's like you probably all already know what one is, but I didn't. So it's like something you can insert between the books on your bookshelf, and it makes it look like there's a little like elf like home that lives, in this little, here, I'm trying to zoom in so that, there we go. I can show you. It looks like there's this little elf home where they live between the books on your shelf. Yeah. So there's somebody's bookshelf. And then here is this little insertable box that makes it look like some lovely magical creature lives between the books on your shelf. Joe would love that, I think, too.
I definitely would.
I had a feeling. It was like he hasn't spoken much yet, but that's going to get him. I'm going to make a fairy one. That's pretty. Well, I have almost literally nothing, Miss Liz, or I'd be making an offer to send you $5. I can't afford even that right now, which I'm sorry to say. But if you have any kind of PayPal, you're welcome to post it here. And maybe people can't send you the whole $5, but maybe they can send $1 or something. And we can get you a pack of cigarettes. I was a long time smoker, and with the type of anxiety I'm sure you're feeling, I understand why you wish you could be smoking right now. Do you have like a PayPal or a Cash App or something? Because I was just doing math in my head. I could send you $1. Ooh, let me see. Lollipops. Ooh, cool. This is so cool, Vix. Look, these are her giant filled lollipops. They're filled with goodies on the inside to give to the kids for Valentine's Day, and it looks like a giant lollipop. Isn't that awesome? Well, post it up, girl. Post up your Venmo. Thanks. Yeah, it looks good. I like the color, of course, too. I love turquoise. It's pretty. You do. You do. I was sitting here thinking about how I've always really, really wanted to have a website that featured a whole bunch of people's different businesses. And I was sitting here thinking, well, why, for the time being, can't we partially do that here, where I could make a short, as long as anybody that wanted to post something that they were actually going to sell had a way on their own to sell it, right? They had their own email that I could post, so people could contact them, that kind of thing. Then we could do that here for now, using the shorts, saying, look at this that this person makes. If anyone's interested, please utilize this. Elizabeth Dumont, 1984. Elizabeth at Elizabeth dash Mont 194. There you are. Pick one phone. Don't freeze up. Okay, lady, it wants me to confirm the last 4 digits of your phone number. Can you tell me what that is? I only got $2 to send, but that's, halfway to a third of the way to a pack of cigarettes. Yeah, it says, make sure you're paying the right Elizabeth, confirm the last 4 digits of their phone number. So I understand that your phone's been turned off anyway, which is fine. Since his has been turned off, whatever are the last 4 that you used, all they need is the code. Yeah, I'll show you, so you know I'm not being weird. Last 4 digits of their phone number. How did you send yours without the last four of the phone number, Kat? Did you just send without confirming? Liz, in the picture, can you tell me who's in the picture on it? That's way to confirm. Thank you. I know that's weird, but it's asking me to do that. It says that's not the right number. Can you just tell me what the picture is on your Venmo? Elizabeth Dumont 1984. Let me just make sure that this is. Where is it? Elizabeth Dumont 1984. Okay. Okay, doll. I hope it helps you. I'm sorry I couldn't do more, but every little bit helps. And thank you, Kat, for helping too. I know we've been there. We've been in that anxiety-inducing, terrifying situation. And if something can make you feel a little better, good. But the good thing about your phone, even though you're walking, is that you can always dial 911. So still take your phone, mama. Caution to the wind without the code. Cat's a wild one. That's what I wound up having to do. Okay. I don't feel scammed over $2 no matter how poor I am. Especially when I offered. Yeah, I think there's a considerable lag. It's already done. I don't know how long the lag is, but it's been done a while ago. Now I'm going to check my phone. Testing. Okay, it's like 9 seconds. Okay. I don't know what it's like outside. My temperature internally doesn't regulate like it's supposed to from the MS. So it can be freezing and I can be burning up and I feel like I'm on fire, and it can be hot and I can feel freezing. So I don't. Now I want to look and see what the temperature is. Yeah, it's below freezing here too, but we had weirdest snow of ever yesterday. Like it would snow huge, like those huge, fluffy, cotton ball looking flakes for 10 minutes and then stop completely for an hour or two and then snow for 15 minutes and then stop. By 3 a.m. there was a snow that actually it snowed long enough that it stuck to the ground, but that was sort of it. Okay, be safe, Liz, and have your phone on you. Remember, you can always dial 911 if you need to, even if it doesn't feel as like a huge emergency. If that's the only number you can call, don't forget to take your phone. Let's see, what's the weather supposed to be like this week? You had that weird snow? It's really weird. Right now it says there's a 2% chance of snow. That is not supposed to snow again until next. Hold on, the calendar just did something super weird. Oh, okay, never mind. It just updated. Yeah, we are below freezing every day this week, but we don't see. I guess Wednesday there's a 42% chance of snow, but like they're certain about it on Sunday. Are you trying to we're in the same plane? Yeah. Yeah, that barometric will get you. It'll get you mean. Pixie, did you just try to send a picture? Because I got a caption with a picture, I think. Yeah, the cat didn't show up, and so I was like, I know she's not talking about the cat in this room, but I don't see a picture yet. Okay. Well, I know I'm going to cut off the thing in just a little while because my rule is if there's no readings, I got to cut it off at 2 hours. But I'm also supposed to be practicing too, so I'm going to at least shuffle at least one of the decks that I don't use very often. Oh, just did a flippity do. Oh, I think it came through now, Pix. Hold on. At 111 my time. Also happy. Like, it's not just a spoiled kitty. That is a happy kitty, which is so nice. Look at that. Look at that face. Look at those. Hold on, let me see if I can. He's got his little face tucked into his paw. His little cheetah or leopard print body. I'm not worried about it. I'm not worried about it, Cat. I'm just trying to follow my rules more than anything else. Change gonna come. It's gonna come. I just got to figure out how to engage with new folks. Just because the universe has sent me 2 in the last couple of weeks, and I cold read them, no problems. So I feel, it's just a matter of now that I feel less afraid of that. My intention is getting different, and the universe will respond. They're hiding in the living room from the dogs. Yeah, be safe, honey. And I think, Pixie, your good stuff is going to be house for sure. And I do think there could be something to social media. And, who knows, it could be that we share like a little mini media conglomerate sort of situation, because I've been having that dream for years, and maybe you're the right group to do that with, because everybody is doing something in the arts or crafts and slightly differently. Yeah. She was a cool young lady too. She was a cool young lady. She did she does some really good things for people. I could see her family too, which is interesting. Like I know she went ahead and told us where she was from, but like they are definitely from there. Like she's a first generation here in the States from Haiti, and culturally speaking, like the love of her family was overwhelming, and the way they support each other was really lovely. Really lovely girl, and with really good goals. You know what I mean? She's still pretty young. She wants to help a lot of people. I mean, she wants to be an influencer too. But she's got the kind of heart where that's the kind of influencer we want all of our little girls to listen to. Well, and I also think there's something to you saying like somebody challenges you. And so if we could figure out a way to generate certain things, right, then it could be sort of like, these are some things that Pixie makes. If you want to be the one to, if you want the right to challenge Pixie to a craft challenge, if this gets, because we don't have that many people here, but if this post gets 100 likes or whatever, then we'll draw a name of the people that liked from a hat, and you can issue a challenge. I think though for you, TikTok's going to be the thing. But yeah, I mean the other stuff absolutely too, right? Like, yeah, yes. I mean those are all good ideas. I'm waiting for the one to hit where the guys go yes. But I know, so they said yes for sure on like the craft challenges, right? I know I see you on TikTok, but are you able to get a pixie dust, a name with pixie dust on it? Just like with Kat, I think she should get a name of her glass company, or a name that complements the name of your glass company. Because because they have these guilds, for example, like Manda was doing great on her own. She was getting numbers. She was doing TikTok the smart way, like by following the trends, right? So she was duetting and stitching sort of bigger known people and doing all of the trends, which means if somebody saw the other person in it, they would hit like, and then she liked her stuff and stayed and followed. And then once she got a certain number of people, then in a guild, I think they called themselves a guild, I'm not sure which, approached her and said, hey, we'd like you in our guild. And what that means is like if they do a live, everybody from the guild comes by and hits like, they don't have to stay, but it's sort of a support group, right? So if we started off already with that intention, by like we could start off where you guys create your TikToks and you do stuff over there, but because I don't have that many followers, I have like 100, right? Like I can be talking about your stuff until they jump over on your page, right? And then we can all reference each other's stuff, right? Which would be a smart way to at least like sort of triple our followers. Yeah, well, and I definitely can help you in terms of, I don't know, like creating the structure, the organization for what you want to do, like a game show style thing. Now, the question is, like, would you ever want to do like a challenge like that on a live where you have like 2 hours to do it? Because see, in that case, right, if I was doing readings, right, at the beginning, you could come on, someone could challenge you, and you could be working on a timer. And then at the end of the stream, you would have to have it ready. Do you think you could do some things fast? Like 2 hours fast? I mean, I feel like maybe it wouldn't be the end product, right? Like, but you could come up with the idea and the basic idea and sort of show it and talk about it. And then that gives you a way to then make your final product of whatever that is, post a video of that and say, hey, I was on this live the other day where I was challenged to do this. And I came up with the idea and the basics in under 2 hours. And here's the finished product. So that would be cool. That would be a cool way to incorporate, and then we could check in, right? Like instead of watching you the whole time, just because honestly, I would maybe have a little trouble tuning into the people reading because I think, well, first of all, I would want to watch you because I think it's interesting and fascinating. And second of all, I think, the energy would just be weird. However, if we did a check-in, like it was like, let's check in, right? So you could turn your camera on and we could see where you were in the progress. And honestly, I think if we did that a handful of times you wouldn't need to come on anybody's stream after that. I think they'd be coming to you. But yeah, I mean, a collab, I always think it's better to work as a collaborative group, even if everybody has their own individual location. Referencing to each other can only do good for each other. And cat stuff takes a little bit longer to do, like in terms of the creative, like the creation process, but the creative process, right? Where you could like do a sketch of something for someone, right? And say, this is the sketch I did for your idea person. These stones are in here because they represent this, and it'll bring you this energy, and this is the shape because you said this or whatever. Yeah, I mean, I do think that, like, that's why I'm saying it doesn't have to be the finished product. It just has to be the goal, right? So, and I think honestly, people are gonna freaking love it if you have to jerry rig some stuff at first, right? If it's like, okay, so I took your challenge and I got like 80% of it done, but up here I wanted to have this sort of look here, but I didn't have anything, but I had a bath poof, so I just put it up there. I mean, I think they're gonna think that that's funny, and they're gonna watch it because it's sort of doofy, and that would actually be something that is beneficial to you. A willingness to be goofy and be imperfect, um, and relaxed about it, right? And so, and say like, anyway, this is the general idea. I'll be working on the finished product, and we'll post it soon, And then whenever we post it, we just tag whoever's idea it was so that they can see it first, and we talk about them, right? And then we show them what it is. Yeah, I have a whole bunch of little bottles too, and I've been dreaming about them, but I just don't know if spell bottles is the thing. Like, I'm not sure what it is going to be, what they should be for. Um, yeah, yeah. Now tell me what your 4x4. Tell me what that is. I could have my 4x4. I have everything pre-cut. Some ideas sketch can do chakras. A cup tumbler. I mean, the stuff that you've already designed, I know, like I feel it in my guts. There's going to be a period of time at which it does sell. It's just going to be it's going to be further down the road than we had hoped. But I do think I still think some of those things are going to wind up being useful to you, just not yet. Yeah, I agree with that, Joe, because um, it is inspiring to see and invest in the final product when it's perfect, but it's not very human, and so it's super hard. So I think if there's a doofy element, some people then might buy the end products because they like more perfect, accurate things, and that's great. And some people might want they might be bidding on the very one they saw because they like that it comes with a story. Piece of backer board. Choose the chakra stones on demand. Have pieces coordinated. Interesting. Yeah. See? I was talking about this, something similar to this, to Joe a few months back, and said it would be like a 3-ring circus almost, where if I could just get to the point of having enough to do lives over on the Tiki-Taki, that I could sort of host it like a 3-ring circus sometimes and have different performers, in the big tent.
I think you'd make a fantastic ringmaster.
Yeah, I'm pretty good at stirring up stuff. I'm much better at I was a great when I was working a great actor and singer and dancer and all that stuff, and I could get myself jobs, but man, I could finagle other people jobs like it was the easiest thing in the world. Like I could sell them, and if I believe in something, I can sell it, and I believe in you guys, so it would be fun. It would be something I am good at, which is, I don't know, like sort of being like an artistic agent of some kind. Let's see. I haven't made shish this year. Tons of pictures and ideas. I see it more art than utility. They're trying to give me an idea. That's why I made that weird face for you, Kat. It's some kind of. I think it's like you'll have to tell me if you have the capacity to make this kind of stuff. But let me tell you sort of what it is. So if you made these glass items, could they withstand mild heat? Like, because they're showing me something that looks sort of like an oil burner, where you have like a little dish, right? And you put a little oil and you put like a little candle underneath. But they're saying, like, if you did one for the sacral chakra, for example, right? Then it would come, with like some way to put it over the candle or the candle under it or whatever. And then maybe initially just a recommendation of the type of oil that you should put for your sacral chakra. But eventually, like, if funds were generated enough to make an investment in purchasing some oils, right, then it could be that they get something that's good for the sacral chakra with the appropriate oil to burn for it. Or maybe if it's not even a burner, if it's like a little bowl where you can put the oil for that chakra in and anoint with it. Yeah, it's sort of like a votive warmer. But they could choose that, or they could choose a little bowl where you put the oil in. And so this is generating the right energy for the sacral chakra, and the stuff inside of it is too. And I'm not even thinking like, I'm thinking more like Wicca than I am thinking like candle light or whatever, It's more like, you could take a base oil at home. You could take an olive oil or a coconut oil or something, and then put the right herbs in, like basically kitchen witch the right oil, like a little vial of oil that's like, hey, this has got rosemary and a little bit of rosehip in it, because that's what's helpful for your sacral chakra. So you put it in this dish that generates energy for the sacral chakra, and either heat it up and use it, or you just put it in the dish, let it sit a little bit, and then anoint that area. Because I think making it interactive, when people, like, especially the type of person that's going to buy something and really mean it, right, for something, for working on their chakras, they're looking for something actively to do to sort of help themselves. So if it, it's just got to be something they can interact with just a little bit, like I said, like the oil, or if it was strictly art, if it had the stones that were appropriate, but you also put like a saying, you glazed a saying on it or something, like something that they could say during meditation. Why am I a mantra? My brain was, but like a mantra for the sacral chakra, either just like something that you can think, or literally one of the mantras written for activating that chakra. Especially if you're starting off with that. And then you're so intuitive too that like when you're talking to somebody who wants one, you can say like, hey, I feel that you should be having this one. What is your opinion of that? I get the vibe that you're somebody that would rather have the one with the saying because you meditate, or I get the idea that you don't meditate a lot, but you could incorporate this into your regime after shower and use it to help that chakra or whatever. Yeah. There's something I want to say about followers, but I'm not going to say it out loud here, but I'll say it to you guys privately via text another time soon. Welcome home, Joseph King. Have you yeah, it was Joe Black. It was Joe Black's idea, actually. Yeah, is this your Friday now, Mr. King? And then since you were talking earlier about singing love songs and stuff, have you at least visually seen her since then? Since we saw you last? Oh, I don't know. I'm sorry if that was something that you guys talked about way earlier. I apologize, Miss Cat. I missed that conversation. It's Friday times 2. So is this Saturday? Like, I guess I'm saying, are you working tomorrow? Haha, this is this one popped out at me, just unrelated, but look at that little ringmaster right there. She's got eternal life butterflies flying around her crown chakra. Do you ladies know what year you are? Yeah, this is the oh gosh, which I think it's the Joie de Vivre tarot. Yeah, and it's Paulina Cassidy, and a lot of her artwork winds up looking sort of that way. Let me see if I can find another one. It's interesting here. Well, they're all interesting, but let's see. Which one shall we show? Okay. They were like, here, we'll make you just a few to show. So this is some samples of the Joie de Vivre tarot. This is the Page of Cups. And this is the Nine of Wands. This guy shows up in a couple of different settings. He's like a pirate sort of guy. He's also all-knowing in his heart. This is the Seven of Wands. the Three of Coins. The Empress. I often see Paulina Cassidy's like queens and empresses and wish like, oh, I wish they made these dresses for real. The lovers.
It looks like illustrations for children's stories.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. She's got several decks, and while of course thematically they change a little bit, the essence of the drawings stays illustrative, like you said, and like someone said, like Tim Burton-esque. James and the Giant Peachy. That was Roald Dahl, right?
Yes.
Tales to Tell in the Dark, yeah. That's right, but it starts with your root, but then you have got your blocks are in from the root, and I don't know if the root itself is bad, but it's right above it between the root and the sacral and the solar plexus. So it's the sacral and the solar plexus chakras, which makes so much sense for almost any female to have some stuff going on in those areas, even if they haven't endured like sexual violence. If they've had children and stuff like that, it can mess with that stuff. Let's see here. Scary stories, yeah, goosebumps. Toe that was found in the grave, and the kid fed it to his family. I think it was his mom. Your first grade teacher read it to you. Red Fern Grows. That's a very fourth grade appropriate book, I think. I think it was somewhere in that area that they had us reading that too. They weren't cool enough to read to us at that juncture, but they were having us read it. Your favorite from like grade school, Joseph, you mean? Yep, okay, never mind. That clarified it. Fear of big government started from. Mm-mm. I have not watched Where the Crawdads Sing. Read Fight Club in the 4th grade, or are you talking about slightly older?
Why?
Cheeky Beak.
Why?
Where the Crawdads Sing. 2022 mystery thriller. It's been pretty controversially debated. They're saying, I guess it's under a lot of debate about, because they made the Black American characters. Some people feel too stereotypical, and some people feel it's historically accurate. And I guess there's an argument about it. I have Chuck Palahniuk attitude problems. Now, Fight Club, I understand, and it's like maybe the only one that I find valuable. He's an amazing writer. But I just think he's a vicious bitch.
Oh, you're wondering where I got that death hole thing? Yeah. Your mama? What? Excuse me. No. No. I know it's cold.
And there's a difference, like, because I'll read authors that are viciously writing vicious stories about vicious people, but in the energy of every one of those books, and I've read several because I had a friend who really was like excited about him as an author. It's like and the energy behind it is very hateful too. It's not just like I am expressing certain aspects of my feelings, or I am expressing the world from this character's perspective. No, the energy all over it is really angry and hateful, and comes straight from him, like, and I, of course, you read about his background, you understand why a lot of that might be going on, but I don't choose that energy. Again, I'll read a lot of other scary stuff, but when it's like, it's pointed and it's pointed at the whole world, it makes me upset. Just like I used to do when I did so many plays and musicals and things. And there's a lot of things I did that had like violence or were set in another time, so they were racist or sexist or all of the above, and that was fine. But then every once in a while you would do something where, it's not something that people would like know if they just came to see the show once or whatever. But when you start working with the material, you go, oh, this guy freaking hated XYZ. And it's just, you feel every minute you're working with the material. Like, it's like, oh, this is not a story. This is how you feel. And I don't want to play with your toys, which are these words that you threw around. Yeah, good luck. They're going to give you the results, right? They're going to give you the results from wearing all the equipment. Is that correct? Yeah, oh, Pix, I wasn't saying it's necessarily like, I wasn't saying anything about what you were talking about, the movie you were talking about yet, because I don't know anything about it, or I haven't felt anything about it, but I looked it up just to see what it was, because I didn't know. It's like a Beaky. I'll let you up on your playground in a minute, okay, Beaks? Beaky! Oh, let me see. Hold on. Oh, up close, that is intense and cool, man. So it's kyanite, right? And is it orange kyanite also? I like the gear in the middle and the chain. And then what is the green? So this is a 4x4 stone mosaic. Here's a picture. Hopefully you can see the detail okay. Cat makes that kind of stuff. He makes that stuff. Which card? No, I don't think you did. What cards? It's Vicky. She's a beautiful little Vicky. She's cheeky. A lot of times she's squeaky. Squeak, cheeky bee. Do a dance, do a birdie dance. She will dance to anything ridiculous. Oh, oh, oh. Do a birdie dance. Do. Okay, I see it coming through, Joseph. I knew it was coming soon here. Deviant Moon. Oh yeah, I used to have a Deviant Moon deck. It's one of those weird ones where I've bought it several times, and then I always give things. If people are over at my house, like getting readings or whatever, that the guides are like, give them this jewelry that has the rose gold or that has the moonstone or whatever, or give them this deck. So my first Deviant Moon deck, I had somebody over and I was reading them. And I don't even think they read, but like I was told to give them that, and so I did. And so for a while it was like, okay, I didn't need it too much. I had other decks or whatever. And then I started thinking, you know what? I think I want to get another copy of the Deviant Moon, which is fine, And then I love these playing cards you're showing here. I think they're so awesome. But so yeah, after a while I was like, I'm gonna get myself another Deviant Moon tarot, right? Because like it'll speak to some things that I guess I feel like is missing from my tarot vocabulary or whatever. And then I know even where I was, and it was like I was hired to do like quick reads. I know, Kat, how did I ever manage to do quick reads? Because it was acting more than reading, and it was at an event like a ball. Was it a BDSM ball? I don't know why I'm talking in circles around it. It was at a BDSM ball, and I got hired to do tarot readings, but like 2 or 3 cards max, because there was a line, and it was more storytelling and how you looked than anything else. But so anyway, I was there, and I brought any deck that looked edgy for the event or whatever, and Deviant Moon was there with me, and I had read. I'm not sure how else to put it. I had read a couple, right? He was the D, she was the S, and the S was getting the reading, but the D was like leaning over, and it wasn't like weird, obsessive, possessive energy. It was like absolute curiosity. And he said something like, "I didn't know decks could look like that. Like this, I understand what you're doing. I understand what you're doing. I'm always looking at these other things that are like so colored, like basic colors and." Listening to my young person make noise and loving it very much. But so, he was like, those other things don't speak to me at all. And so I've always thought this is just horse shit. And now like I'm looking at these and going, I understand what she means. And so my guides were like, right. So like I finished the reading and just like wrapped them in a cloth and gave them to him because that was supposed to go with him, Hold on one second here. I need to mute. Well, that was cute. Okay, hold on here. Well, I don't have both decks because I've given them away. I don't remember. I bought the Deviant Moon one more time after that, or maybe somebody gave it to me in a deck swap. I'm not sure. I used it for a while, and then I gave it to someone, and I just thought, I don't know if I'm just like the librarian for this deck or what, but I'm just not, if I see it, and often, like, if I'm shopping for a new deck, I'll see it and be like, oh, I love these pictures, and be like, it's the Deviant Moon, honey. You're not going to get to keep it. She's right. I didn't really listen to her about the length of reads. The difference is, whereas you're like, honey, you need to cut the reads short, and is that Cat is she thinks it about 20 times before she says it, and I can feel her think it, right? And whereas it was a good advice. Hold on one second. Here they come back. Okay, that was interesting. So so I can feel Kat like try really hard to not be annoyed at it, because she doesn't like being so annoyed with people she cares about. And so I don't know that it's changed anything, but I feel like, frustration is greater than yours, I guess is what I'm saying. So that's why I always make a joke and say, well, Kat, I know you think I should be shorter. But yes. What happens to...
You like this?
Who's on second? I'm trying to hear it here. No, what's on second? Who's on first?
Your little pillow.
What happens with you? Oh, the giving. Okay, with certain books, it's the giving. It's the passing on of the book. Yeah, that'll happen with books too. Like I've had certain things, copies of things, and they never last very long. What's Voyager? You're not talking about Star Trek, right? So based on what she's been saying, right, like things hurt. She also is having intense neuropathy in her hands and legs and stuff. And so she said a lot of different times to me anyway that she can't feel, right? She can't feel that everything's numb, but it's not like numb, right? She's having neuropathy pain where it's, that numb, crackly electric pins and needles feeling all the time, and then pain as well. Oh, no. No, I showed the picture. It wasn't in my hands. But I do like those decks. I don't know that I have that exact one, but I have like from that line of cards because I think they're really, really, really pretty. And if I ever played cards, like just normal cards with anybody, I'd want to always play with those. What question are you asking it? Is it about a girl? And then you wrote, it keeps throwing me hearts. So it's about a girl. I know there's a delay, there's a lag, and so like we're saying things at the same time, Joseph. But because of the lag, it's funny because it comes in staggered. Have you noticed? Does she have your crush? Does she have have you ever noticed her have dirty hands? Not dirty like filthy girl hands, but like they just showed me her gardening. Do you think that's something that's going on? If I recall, she just started on Neurontin/gabapentin. Yeah, hardest cups. Hello, guides and angels. Please show us the life card. Joseph. How to handle feelings, approach, how to handle great potency and never. Okay. Spiritual growth. Spiritual growth. This is a very special time of deep spiritual awareness and growth. Powerful changes are taking place deep within you, and it is important to nurture yourself as this occurs. Take time out to appreciate the beauty and the healing energy of nature. Wonder at the trees, delight in the flowers, feel the earth beneath your feet, and hear the sacred heart of Gaia, and rejoice in the essence of her nurturing spirit. Walk along the beach if you have one, step into the waves, feel the ebb and flow of the water and the ebb and flow of your own divinity. You will emerge from this period with a renewed sense of purpose and a heightened ability to tap into the vast pools of knowledge, inspiration, and creativity that dwell within you. My question was just, hey guides, what is the best way for Joseph to approach Gwen, both mentally in his head and literally at this time? And actually, it just says self-care, basically. Revel in your own care and get ready. Let's see here. I think she got a bit of build on her nails. You've noticed it. I think she gardens because it's like they're showing me like almost like elbow deep in dirt. So she gets a lot of pleasure from that, I think. Yeah, it's supposed to. Yeah, why can't you take it? Hold on, wait. Hold on here. Take a daily. So I'm trying to do. She might ask me before I even try. She seems like the type for agriculture. Yeah. Well, regardless of what it is, the gabapentin would address both of those situations, honestly, because it's neurological. But it's, to my knowledge, you have got it. It's at least the way it was always explained to me, it's a residual medication. It's not one of those that you take in an emergency. When you have something active going on, it's something that needs to build up over time in your system to do its job. I'm going to ask one more question just because I'm curious, Joseph. Only because I wouldn't, I mean, I'm always nosy just about everything, but they've shown me her so many times. Okay. Good karma tarot. But I mean, here's the thing. Pain does cause stress. Pain causes stress and stress causes pain. And so if it started with pain, and there, you've got to think about it as two different types of stress too. There's body stress and there's mental and emotional stress, right? Now, all of that is literally body stress, right? Mental stress is body stress because our mind is part of our body. Emotional stress is body stress because it's part of our body. But sometimes as a patient, it helps you to think of it separately, right? But if it started with literal pain from physical ailments, it's going to generate anxiety in your body because your body's alarm system is setting off all the time, right? And so not only is there pain, but now it's setting off the alarm all the time. Well, when it does that, then your emotional self starts to set off alarms too, and your mental starts to set off alarms. And then if you actually manage sometimes to have a good day physically, an alarm system might go off somewhere else that then increases the pain. It doesn't, and a lot of doctors are rude with how they choose to say that because they've been trained to do that. And some of them mean it too, right? Some of them mean it's just because you're stressed. But you know what? Screw them. The thing is, they're right and they're wrong. They're being dicks about their approach about it. They're being dicks about the way they think about it. But if you can just step away from their dickiness and just think for your own self and your heart, your mind, and your body and say, they're right, right? They're right. It is stress and it is alarm systems going off. They have no freaking way. There's no literal way for them to know exactly where it comes from. They cannot do it. They are not God. But they can see that there are alarm systems going off. So you can just say, thank you, asshole, for making assumptions about me. But you are right. There are alarm systems going off. And then you can go into yourself and handle that, you know, in other ways too, with meditation and the way you think about yourself and your well-being, and the fact that, you know, when your spinal pain alarm gets triggered, right, then it's going to set off the fire alarm in your mind, right, and then it's going to set off the sprinklers in your emotions because all of the different alarms are tripping the other alarms. That's the Ten of Hearts. Verily it does. Yeah, because it's just true. It's true about it. It's hard to accept because it's hard to think of it because we think of it as defeat, right? We think of it as defeat that it's gotten to our brain and our mind. And we think of it as defeat that's gotten into our emotions, right? It's not defeat. It's just that things spread. If there's a wildfire in a forest, it doesn't stay on one tree. It spreads and hurts a lot of the trees, right? And to freaking stand there and only work on one tree because we're too stubborn to admit that it's spread is not helpful to us. It is hard on us to admit that it's spread, and it is hard to sort of wrap our heads around why certain things are happening, but it doesn't make you crazy. It just makes you part of a system. Everything is attached, and it's going to set off alarms in other places. It just is. But that doesn't mean you need to think of yourself as crazy. You can think of somebody who's being driven crazy, right? Like you say, a lot of people can say a lot of things, right? They can say, oh, these kids are driving me crazy. And people don't go, oh, lock that woman up, she's crazy, right? And people can say, oh, these assholes at work are driving me crazy. And nobody says lock them. But then when somebody says, oh, my back pain is driving me crazy, they go, have you seen a psychologist? No, because I'm talking about something in my environment that's making me nuts. Not that I'm literally nuts. There's a big ass difference. But it takes a really long time at being a chronic patient before you can wrap your head on that. When are you able to refill it? What does it say about refills? Okay, so this is just question that I want to know. Guides and angels. Joseph's guides and angels. Can you please show us? Has Gwen listening we're using for her noticed Joseph? And if she has, can you show us what she's thinking about in regards to him? Stop. And there's Joseph. And so, can you show us? Are you in there buying shit you don't need sometimes, Joseph? I just was asking because look, this is the first one that dropped. When I asked her, she noticed you, right? Has she noticed Joseph? And if she has, what is her experience? What is she thinking? And there you are. Look at that. Look, you're standing there every day buying all this shit that you don't need. So she's noticed you. That's cute, though. That's cute as hell, Joe. My bird thinks it's funny, too. I'm just confirming, like the cards were pretty plain, but I just I always want to double check certain things. There's that one other one that fell. This is interesting. She doesn't think you're creepy. I agree with Kat. And she's right, though. Don't take, even though it's for 3 a day. Like I told you, you can get neuron toxicity. I literally did, and so stepping up into it is smart. So, okay, Joseph, I was just curious. So she has noticed you, and it's not been just in this sort of losery. This is not losery. This is cute. Any girl that understands. And maybe she doesn't completely understand. Like maybe she thinks, gosh, she buys a lot of stuff, but I think she sort of feels like, I don't know if he needs all that stuff. Like, I think at first it was like, yeah, they're saying first it was like, he's here to see someone, right? That's cute. This guy wants to see someone. And then she sort of went, I think he's here to see me. But it took a second, right? And then this is how she represents, which is sad. Like she's coming out of something really rough, but that came up the other day too, right? She's coming out of rough stuff, and either that or she, the other possibility is seeing you and making, because it comes up, she's feeling new emotions and that new love is coming towards her, right? And she's aware of that. And so I don't know if her situation is super recent or if it's just that she had gotten hurt and she's like, oh, her first instinct is like, oh, I don't want to get hurt this time. And then it's interesting. So this is the Queen of Coins came up next, right? So love's coming towards her. The Queen of Coins is about still like really like something about that last relationship or the bad relationship she was in, whichever one it was. She's not proud of who she was in that relationship, right? And so she sees you, she's worried, she doesn't want anything to, she doesn't want to recreate anything from the past. I know, I'm hearing you. She doesn't want to recreate anything from the past, does she? Right, you agree, right? And so she feels the energy off of you, and she feels interest, and she feels like she sort of feels you coming into the potential of you coming into her life. She feels that, in the Ace of Cups. But this queen is about her reminding herself, like, no, you still got to hold true to all of your values that you've decided on since you were in a bad situation. You got to remember who you are, and you got to keep going forward with that. And if this will happen, right? And then what cheeky beak? You want to be on your playground? Do you want to be on your playground? BB? And so it's also, the Judgment card is about a new chapter beginning and being honest with yourself, right? So this is sort of like, no, I don't need anybody. I don't want a relationship. And the universe is saying, come on, girl, you're interested in this. Like, you don't know anything about it, so you don't have to make any major commitments. But it's time to find out. Hey, stop. Just stop. It's too much. Just stop right now for just a minute. Right? Just for a minute. See this card? We're talking about this card right here. See it? Okay. So anyway, it's just literally talking about to her about like, yes, of course we know you're afraid, but you gotta, this is something good that's coming towards you, and at least it's something new, and you're interested in it. So don't be old before you're old, and don't act like a dumbass just because you're afraid. And then the very next card that came up was the Ace of Swords, which was the very first card in your reading. So it's sort of like she's going through that stuff, right? And however long it takes her to sort through that stuff, then the next step is the very first, thing in your reading. So you guys are connecting, like your storylines are starting to connect. They're moving towards each other. So that's your stupid jokes. Maybe she did. Maybe she did tell her coworkers about you. Yeah, it's one of those things, but it is, she has noticed you, right? And it's enough to make her worried about her heart, so that tells you something too, right? And so like, you don't feel all one thing, right? So she feels this worry, but she feels this new sort of energy that's exciting to her, right? And she's literally doing that thing that all girls do when they like somebody, but they're trying to remember to be different than they were last time, just because they're growing up, right? And so whether it's like the whole like, now girl, like, don't get too excited, but don't lie to yourself either. You like him, he's cute, and I think he likes you. That type of conversation, or like that thing that girls do, where it's like, don't shave your legs, don't shave your legs, don't shave your legs, don't shave your legs, because you don't want to get physical too fast with this person, even though you want to, like, you want to ride them like a pony, but like, no, don't shave your legs. That kind of girly, stereotypical shit is going on. And the universe is saying to her, stop being such a dumbass. Which, like it has said to you too, so you're right. Your things are lining up. Yeah, divine timing. Back took forever. Well, welcome back. Did you get something to smoke, girl? Hold on, let's see. At first I thought it was polite. No. There's interest. There's a spark there that she's noticed. So welcome back, Liz. Pix, we love you so much. Have beautiful sleep. Thank you for all those beautiful things. That was so nice. And we'll talk soon about creative ventures. Yeah, for that time 1 in the morning. Did you get something, Liz? Did you get some of the stuff you wanted or needed? We're hoping you feel better. That's the whole point, right? Is to feel better. Yeah. I mean, it must have taken a toll on her soul, but I get a feeling that she was afraid. She's like, she might even still be a little afraid of whoever that is. And the fact of the matter is, we don't even know for sure if it was like an old relationship of hers or if like her mom and dad suddenly had something go on that she never expected to happen, or her best friend. That stuff can affect you too, where you then get scared. I think they're moving towards each other. Yeah, you've been talking about that stuff even when you were going back and forth with your last partner, who we all know you love and respect a great deal, right? But you were having those sort of callings for a while now. I've had that in a relationship too. I had this weird dream, like I had this weird dream for a long time. It was both a dream and like things that I would envision, like when I was awake, and like it was a visual too, and it was like this huge wall of water. It was coming all the way, like it was coming all the way across the ocean, right? And like at first, like I had this vision where, but it was a wall, almost like a wall of water, and it wasn't like crashing and scary, but it was like a wave had risen and just stayed put, like frozen, right? Not ice, but just had stayed still. And it, like at first, it was pretty far away, like across the ocean, right? And then it was moving in towards the shore, right? And it was so pretty because it was almost like an aquarium, right? Because it was this huge body of water moving forward, and you could see all the things swimming around in it, and all the life and things going on inside of there. And it was just so beautiful. And then I started having dreams that coincided with it. And I was like, oh my gosh, there's like a huge, like, it's a love opportunity for me, right? Like, this is enormous feelings, and like a really compatible something is coming my direction. But I don't know why it's like represented by water, like coming all across the ocean and all of this stuff. And then it got closer and closer. Like, this happened over a period of like lots of months. And it got to close enough that I asked a couple of friends, like, do we have something going on that I don't know about? Or, like, please don't think I'm weird. You can say, fuck no, but I don't even understand who this could be talking about. I don't even get it at all. And anyway, I met that person, and like the wall was right. Yeah, well, it also is emotions, and yeah. Yeah, I mean, but I mean, like what I'm saying is it came at me for months and months, and as it got closer, like I could feel it really palpably, and but I was just confused about where it was coming from. And then it was a great love of mine that lived way far across the ocean. Yeah, it was Joe. It was Joe Black. I was saying that so he'll blush. He already knew who I was talking about, but it was Joe Black. long as you feel better, Miss Liz. But please, please, there's so many things that we would all love to be able to do with people we care about, and we can't because there's distance on the internet, and there's certain things we can know about each other and not know about each other because it's strangers on the internet thing. I would love to be able to just like call these organizations. I can't do certain things for you, but please call them. Please call those places or get online if since you don't have a phone. Those links that I put up there, they they have 24 hours where you can chat with them on the internet and talk to them voice to voice on the internet and stuff like that. Please contact them and get yourself a network of people really close to home that can help you, that are pros at helping. Some of us didn't do that when we needed to and wish we had, and then some people here did get help like that, and it was life changing. So just please reach out. Well, I mean, the cards are advised you, Joseph, to do all the things that you appreciate about you. So if you love your writing, then write. And if you want to play more guitar, then play guitar, because the right person, you won't have to have any skills at all. You'll just have to be you. So if you figure out what you enjoy doing, just do it. Make yourself happy. Well, we're glad you made it there. We're glad you made it back safely. Yeah, I know that your phone's not working. I don't think I looked. I don't think I have an email for you. Are you able to put your email in the chat? Now, if you do put your email in the chat, separate it, right? Like put the first half and then put several spaces before you put the at. Because if you put a real link in chat, they automatically delete it.
Just to complete your story, around the time that you started getting those dreams, I had asked, I'd asked the universe for something in particular, and you were that answer.
Yeah, he had stuff happening too energetically, but it involved books, right? Like a specific book and something else. But it was that book, wasn't it?
Yeah, I was reading this book on male psychology, and different archetypes that make up a complete person: the king, the warrior, the lover, and the magician. Different energies then, and I felt like I had three of those in balance, but the fourth one was off kilter, and I felt I needed work on that, and I needed help on that. The lover energy, and as I was in the process of working that out. That's when I think you were getting those dreams about the wave.
Yeah. I mean, we've talked about it. I was. The timelines lines up. Then we met out and about, and yep, then had lots of stuff in common, and then also a lot of nothing in common too. You have a text now number that works under Wi-Fi. Okay. I don't want you to. Here, I'm going to type my email for this thing, right? It's still going to put separate. Okay. And so I think that turned up because I put separations between it, right? If you email me your text now number, I will give everybody your text now number so you don't have to put it out here. Plan to, regardless. The reason I wonder. Well, hold on, where's it? Back neighbor. Mm. Yeah, but then there's some, like, I've had a lot of people in my MS organizations that have lived way beyond what they expected, and they don't even really understand it yet. They don't even have us categorized properly. So it also depends on how engaged you've been with your palliative care, because they don't really freaking know what to do for it as a syndrome very much yet. But taking care of some of the comorbidities and that kind of stuff can help really extend people's lifetimes. Yes, it does have the period. So it's plucky.little.poppet@gmail.com. Okay, I got your email, and I'm going to send that to Kat right now. Kat, can I email her your numbers? Are you okay with that? So it's just in that email that she just sent? No. If you die in pain, you stay in pain forever? No. No. So I'm going to send her my email, Kat. Or in the email, I'm going to send her my phone number. Am I okay to send your number? But she's talking just about the Neurontin, hun. Okay, Liz, I'm sending you my number, and then when I have permission, I'll send you another one. Oh, please, yours too. Okay, I'm sorry. I'll do it right now. I know there's a lag, but I wasn't sure. I'm never sure how long I should wait. Okay. Cat's number. Come on, phone, why are you being a weirdie? Okay, now I'm going to try and copy your number and text it. Let's see here. Okay, I said testing, Liz. Just let me know when you get it. Oh, fast. Okay. I'll save that then. Do you want to use the same last name or a different one? Okay, I got you in my phone and in my text. And I sent Kat your number. Okay, so yeah, I was getting ready to say I need to end the live anyway. So Joseph's saying I gotta go to sleep. I have a dentist appointment. Love you too, Joseph. Liz, you're not an island. Claudia, I'm sorry you're in pain, but I hope it's better soon. You're in my thoughts. Okay, so I've gone, well over my 2 hours. My goal 2 hours if nobody's buying readings. But I got to do some practice readings, which is another goal, so that worked out. So I'm gonna kill the live. Sending everybody a lot of love. Liz, you have our numbers. If you need help like connecting to some of those organizations or whatever, just let us know. We'll be thinking of you and hope you feel better. And Claudia, of course, we always hope you feel better. And good luck at the doctor tomorrow. And good luck with the redhead Joseph King and Miss Cat. And I'll talk to you guys soon.